Let's talk about the top quantum computing stocks that you can purchase right now, and we'll also talk about why. So, first on the list, we have IonQ. Now, IonQ is one of the most established pure quantum firms with trapped ion quantum processors. And that's important because we know right now quantum computing is very fragile, right? We need reliable technology. We need technology that not only can do what it tells us to do, like AI, but we need something that's going to help make decisions, tell AI what to do so that these entire processes are fully automated, right? Now, from a consumer standpoint, a worker standpoint, that may not sound good to you, and this is why we have to invest. We have to be willing to move with the way the world is going, and investing is one of those options that you have to keep up. Okay, now Ion also offers access on cloud platforms like AWS and Azure. So AWS, we're talking about AWS, we're talking about Microsoft, and then Azure, or is it the opposite way around? AWS is Amazon, and Azure is Microsoft base. Okay, so with them doing business and having that accessibility to these platforms, that lets you know that this is going to be one of the talks of the town. Okay, now some analysts view it as the top pure play stock to consider, though opinions vary. Okay, now next on the list is D Wave. Okay, so we're gonna bring that up. And D Wave, bring that up. So D Wave right now is sitting at $21.24 with a market cap of 7.85 billion. Okay, so again, these are smaller companies that are gonna grow, uh, depending on their technology and what they can do. Now, D Wave is a pioneer in quantum annealing systems which solve optimization problems. So that's very important. Now, also, a growing cloud and hardware business saw price gains recently. Okay. So, again, another very good one. The market cap is not as high. And I'm telling you guys, when quantum computing starts moving, yes, I don't think things will be fully established until the early into the early 2030s. But this is when you want to start to slowly accumulate, even if you're talking $1 a day, $1 a week, whatever it is, whatever you have to put in there, I will put in there because when this thing takes off, I'm telling you right now, these little prices here, we'll never see them again unless we're talking like major stock splits, right? So just do your research there. We also have another one called Rigetti. Okay, so I'm gonna bring that one up. Rigetti. I spelled it wrong. There we go. So Rigetti is another one. So we're sitting at $17.74 right now, and they've got a market cap of $5.85 billion. Now let's just think, right? We can remember when Nvidia was $5.85 billion, right? Now we're talking about 4, 5, 6 trillion dollar market caps, right? So just be mindful. It's not a race, but just be mindful. Now, Rigetti is a superconducting qubit developer with growing partners, including U.S. research contracts. Okay, so really, right now, a lot of people are viewing these as very speculative plays. I think that they have a lot of importance, and even if you don't want to, let's say, buy 100 shares of even this, right? You also have the option of playing it by long dated options, or options that are, some of you call them leaps, right? So even if we look at here, it says January of 2028. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll over and scroll down, and we'll get to see what kind of price action we're talking here. So if I wanted to get a call, okay, let me bring this over some so we can look at this. So if I wanted to get a call, bring this over, right? So right now we're at $17. We'll scroll down a little bit. Sorry. Gotta go back. Don't know what just happened. But let's say I wanted to get a call. All right. So I wanted to get a call and I wanted to put a fraction of the 100 shares up. You could do something like this. So let me, for this sake, I'm gonna just go here. I don't know why this thing is doing this, but let's scroll down. Okay, there we go. So let's say I wanted to, and I usually have this in the opposite order, but it doesn't matter. Let's say I wanted to stay in the money, right? And I wanted to buy or control 100 shares, right? I could go even deeper in the money, right? I can go, $5, $8, or whatever it is, deep in the money, but I still get a discounted price and don't have to pay this full $1,700 to get 100 shares. So I can also do a lead call and control the shares that way. Now, obviously, I wouldn't want to pay this full $1,200 here or this full $900 and $990 here either, right? I would probably take a mid price, maybe $900, or try to get as close to this 820 as possible. Okay, so I just wouldn't buy it all outright. I would try to keep it as cheap as possible. So now you're putting up half of the money to control 100 shares. And if you go deeper into the money, you can do it like a poor man's, covered call and just make money on it every week, right? So if you want to know more about that stuff, just let me know in the comments and maybe we'll put something together. Now, ultimately, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm gonna talk about who I think is gonna be the winner of all of this quantum computing AI because I use it. I've been in IT for 18 years, and I think the biggest monster of this whole AI quantum computing space is going to be no other than Google. Okay, so this is who I think is going to be the biggest winner because they're a powerhouse, and if you use their AI technology, you got Gemini you can use. You also have Google Flow, which is another AI platform that you can use with Google. They got a third one. I can't remember what it's called. I haven't used that one much, but Google Flow, Gemini, I've used those. The video quality and being able to put movies together is just unmatched right now. So when I think about that, and then Google also has quantum AI capabilities already, that thing is going to be a monster. And I think that they could even buy some of these other players out that we mentioned in the beginning of this video. Now, I do think Microsoft, IBM, and Nvidia, Amazon, they'll also have a major role in quantum computing. But I think as of right now, if I were a betting man, and let's say it's 2035, or let's say it's 2030, 2029, the king is gonna be Google. That's just my opinion and what I've observed. And the funny thing about them is I remember when people had no patience, things would mess up, on the calls they would have where they would showcase the video of how their AI technology worked. I remember some of it failing, and then people would sell the stock off immediately, right? And then they would take their money, go to Nvidia, push Nvidia all the way up, and then now you're looking at Google. The last time I looked out, it was number like the second biggest market cap. That could have changed because they've been kind of selling off a little bit. But ultimately, I think they're gonna be the king of this, and I can see them buying some of the previous stocks out that we talked about. Okay, so these are the top stocks that I can see right now for quantum. Again, IBM I think is gonna be up there as well. They'll be in the top. Nvidia is gonna be a major player. Microsoft, Amazon, of course, but ultimately, in my personal opinion, I think Google is gonna be number one.